90% of adults are chest breathers. If we notice children breathing, they breathe only into the belly, while most adults breathe into the chest. This contributes to our feelings of overwhelm, of emotions getting stuck here, of stress, makes us breathe faster, and excites our sympathetic nervous system. But we can take a moment to consciously breathe into the diaphragm, to not only train ourselves to breathe into the diaphragm on the day by day, but to immediately activate the parasympathetic nervous system and find relief from stress and overwhelm. This practice can be done seated on the floor or seated in a chair, which makes it perfect to do when you need to take a moment while you're working, either in the office or at home. Let's get started. Welcome to Nervous System Reset. For today's practice, we're going to start in a seated position that can either be on the floor or in a chair like I am today. And we're just going to gently close down the eyes. Make sure that we're seated nice and firmly supported wherever we're sitting. And we're going to start by rolling the shoulders forward, up, back, and letting them fall into place over the hips. We're connecting to our breath, and as we inhale, I invite you to rock forward. And as we exhale, I invite you to rock back in your own time, inhaling to rock forward, exhaling to rock back. And as we rock forward, I invite you to look up, arching through the back, and rocking back, rounding, looking down to the belly button. And what we're aiming for is to bring as much movement to the spine as possible. So I invite you to go a little bit further each time. Really rounding. Really arching. And often we find it quite easy to move in the lower back. But I'd like to invite you to consciously bring movement to the upper back. And a way we can do that is through the shoulders. So as you're leaning forward, I invite you to grab onto the knees and almost pull the chest forward, pulling the shoulders back, looking up. And then as you round, even pushing away from the knees to get extra movement in the upper back. We'll just do a couple more rounds. And the last one, inhaling to lean forward, arching. Exhaling to round. And that's very good. I'm going to come back to a comfortable seated position, roll the shoulders again, forward, up, back, let them fall into place over the hips. We'll continue warming up the ribs and the spine. And we're going to do that by reaching up as we inhale. Taking hold of the left wrist with the right hand, and as we exhale, we're leaning over to the right, opening the left side body, Inhale to reach up, really reaching for the sky, stretching. Now left hand grabs right wrist as we lean over to the left side, stretching through the right side body. We'll do 2 more each side. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to lean over the right side. Inhale to reach up. Over the left side. One more time each side. Inhale up. Exhale right. Inhale up. Exhale left. Inhale to reach up. Now we're going to do a twist, taking the left hand to the right knee. The right hand comes behind or holds the chair as we look over the right shoulder. Inhale to reach up. Other side, right hand to left knee. Left hand comes behind or holds the chair as we look over the left shoulder. Inhale up. Looking over the right shoulder. Inhale up. Left shoulder. Up. Right. Up. And left. One more time, reaching up. And as we exhale, I invite you to fold forward. Just coming to a point where we can release the weight of the body. And just relax here for a moment. Feeling that release in the lower back. And we can gently push away to lift back up. Coming back to our seated position, rolling the shoulders forward, up, back, and letting them fall into place. We'll continue with diaphragmatic breathing, so I invite you to bring your right hand to the belly, your left hand to the chest. Just take a few natural breaths here, noticing which of your hands is moving more today. And as we begin, I invite you to inhale, sending all the air to the right hand. We can exhale, gently pushing on the belly with the right hand, gently contracting the muscles. And again, inhaling, sending even a little bit more air to that right hand this time. Pushing it away from the belly, and then as we exhale, gently pushing it back. Continuing like this, sending a little bit more air to that right hand each time. Now when we're out in the world, we might be primarily a chest breather, or we might still use the chest to breathe even if we use the diaphragm, and that's okay. But for this exercise, I'm going to invite you to leave the left hand completely still. We don't want the left hand to move at all. Sending more and more air to that right hand. And so what that means is that if we're taking a breath and the left hand starts to move, I invite you to end the breath there, exhale, and try again on the next breath. Sending more and more air to that right hand. I invite you to send so much air to that right hand You start to feel the abdominal wall stretch, the belly muscles. We tend to become very tight in this area, and so we're also giving it a nice stretch as we're breathing into the diaphragm. A little bit more each time. Noticing how the breath slows down the more we breathe into the diaphragm. Noticing how as we slow down the breath, breathing into the diaphragm becomes easier. We'll just be here for a few more breaths. If you haven't already felt that stretch, I invite you to really push the air down for this last breath. In, 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 in. And then as we release, releasing the hands down, we can take a deep breath in. Exhale with a sigh. Keep the eyes closed down for just a moment longer as we check in with the pillars of awareness. Noticing the breath, noticing how it's slowed down, become deeper, maybe more into the diaphragm, more calm. Noticing the body, noticing this awakened awareness in the torso area. Noticing the mind, how it slows down as we activate the parasympathetic state. And finally, taking a moment to notice any sensations or emotions that might be arising for us. And the diaphragm is quite a deep muscle where we hold a lot of tension and even trauma. And so if you have some difficult feelings coming up, just know that that's completely fine. And you're likely not alone in that. I invite you to take one more deep breath in and a full exhale. We begin to gently open the eyes and are ready to go back into our day from a more calm and centered place. Thank you.